Hey guys, welcome back here to the final part of this DLC little play around that I'm doing with the River Rapids, and today I'm just going to go in and just add some theming. Well, not really theming, just kind of make stuff look pretty, and I'm just going straight in there with these new volcanic rock pillars. I think these are a really great item. You seem to use them quite a lot in the last couple of kind of mess arounds that I've been doing, and I think they look really cool. There's got a variety of different pieces of those. So I thought they looked great, and I just want to decorate these bridges here that I've got going over the to the station, and also the little trail that I've got going through the middle of the ride. And I'm just kind of mixing up some of the new pieces with some of the old pieces, and kind of just mashing them together, making something that looks kind of just pretty. So yeah, I didn't really go with like an actual theme for the rapids. I kept it very generic and just kind of had them as River Rapids. I didn't want to do like an Aztec rapid theme. I did something Aztec with that spinning coaster that I did as a little play around with the new DLC. But the rapids are really cool. I cannot wait to use these in a park and actually have them integrate with coasters or with flat rides and that kind of thing. So that's a cool addition, and I can't wait to actually use those in a park. I actually really like the rapids I've built here as a test, and shame that these aren't really shame that I've not built a park and this is kind of in the middle of it, but never mind. I've gone in with a lot of rock work in this build, especially with a lot of these edges and stuff, so I just kind of thought it would be cool to kind of make it a bit more rocky around the edges, add like a little viewing platform here with those wooden paths, and kind of use the new kind of brick Aztec walls there as like a kind of backdrop. And again, using the Mac Freaks Foliage Essentials set just to kind of fill in those gaps there with some foliage. The DLC does have some great new pieces of foliage as well, but I really love this mod. I think it's really great, so that's why I'm using that. And yeah, I'm just kind of putting in some benches and some lamps, and now I'm just going to go over and do the kind of waterfall kind of section that I've got here. Again, I'm just going to kind of use some rocks and kind of just change the terrain a little bit, use some foliage just to kind of fill it up, and I could definitely see like having if it was a park, having a path around there so people could look down. I did actually try and look for like water cannons. I couldn't find any within the game menu. Let me know if there are some and that I just didn't find them, because I feel like I've seen them before, but maybe I'm confusing myself with Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. But I thought it'd be really cool to have like water cannons on pathways where guests can shoot water at the boats that are passing by. Maybe I've just dreamt it or something. I was pretty sure there was something like that, but I couldn't seem to find a piece that resembled what I was looking for. But that would be a good addition in the future for this kind of ride. I think that would be really cool as well to give guests some kind of interaction. But yeah, it's come along quite well. I quite like it. I just needed to build an entrance for the ride, and this is where the new text feature comes in real handy, so I'll get to that just in a second. I'm just kind of theming up the station kind of loading area with some rocks and some foliage. So I'm just doing a little queue line cover using some roofs from the Shy Guys 3 set. These roof pieces are not too steep, so that's really perfect. Just using some wooden pillars and also some of the border pieces that come with the game. Really simple there, using a trellis there to kind of block off the areas where I don't want guests to go. And then I'm just going in and doing my diagonal path method, which is easily done by a triangular path cover and then using a curved half-height wall piece to sink underground to get rid of the unwanted in-game fences. So that's how I've done that. If you want more detail on that, please do check out a how-to tutorial that I did in the how-to playlist on my channel. And I'm just kind of matching up those greens there, so that's looking really cool. You can definitely see that is a diagonal path. And then I've used the new text feature to write River Rapids. It's such a good feature. I love the text feature. You can write anything, have it any size, change the color, and it's really cool. Like, you can make endless different designs for ride entrances now, so that's coming really handy. Again, using those volcanic rock pillars, just kind of like tie in the rest of the ride to the entrance, and some foliage as well, just to kind of tie it up. But I wasn't really sure what to do for an entrance for the rapids, and what I did actually I think turned out really cool. I think it looks very simple but effective, and I like it, so that worked out quite well. And then like I just did there, did some more foliage, and now I just want to tidy up those path edges, because you know how I am with my parks and my projects. I don't like to have those uneven, raw kind of in-game path edges, so I'm just going to go in and replace those with some in-game, with some path covers, just to tidy up those edges, because I don't like leaving the edges unkind of finished. I like to have that curved kind of look. So I'm just doing that really quickly just with this, just to make it look a bit more pretty. But you don't have to do this, it's just something that I like to do. And then once that's done, I am actually just going to add a little bit more foliage, and then I will do a camera view of the river rapids running around, so you can see how it acts, how the boats go around the circuit, that kind of thing. But I think it looks really cool what I've done. I'm really happy with it. So here we go, here's the boat. I've just got it in test mode. And I'm just leaving the station underneath the entrance queue bridge. And then I've got a little slope down where it goes into a nice curve, and then got a nice view there from the queue line kind of building. You can see the boat there go past underneath this kind of viewing bridge that I've built for guests into a nice rocky tunnel. And inside this is where I have a curved slope downward piece, which I don't think is possible unless you have the Coaster Anarchy mod installed, but the boat picks up a bit of speed now and enters into a splash at the bottom. I did actually try and build a river rapids as I was messing around, because I have the Coaster Anarchy mod installed. It allows you to do things you shouldn't normally be able to do, and I tried to do like an Infinity Falls with having like a elevator lift, but it didn't quite work out. It doesn't work too well with the river rapids, unfortunately, but maybe that's something that somebody could add, or maybe if there's an update with the game they could add that feature to the river rapids. That would be really cool to have a little 1 square sized tile size elevator where the boat could be lifted up and then do a nice big drop, and then you could create something like Infinity Falls from SeaWorld Orlando. That'd be really cool. So now the boat is heading into the kind of choppy rapids area. I'm just going to turn the camera around so you can see the boat going near the waterfall. And then just through the final diagonal straight section, through some water splashes that I've added at the side. I wish we had some like kind of jets that were triggered by the boat passing by. Maybe that's also something that could be added in the future, but for now I've just used those water jets. So the boat's heading down here, just bumping into a few of those kind of spinny things that I've added into the track there. And that leads the boat back up into the lift hill for the final return to the station. So thanks for checking out my channel, thanks for watching these little DLC playarounds that I've been doing. If you haven't downloaded the DLC already, go and do it. It's called Taste of Adventure on Steam. And thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you all next time for another episode. Bye!